Grant Cardone has a net worth of over $300 million and a real estate portfolio of over $2 billion. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how he did it. Born on March 21st, 1958, Grant grew up in a small town called Lake Charles in the state of Louisiana. He and his twin brother were the youngest of 5 children. At the age of 10, Cardone lost his father and mother had to support 5 children without any training or work experience. Fortunately, his mother found a maid to make it work. It wasn't a good environment he grew up in, but he was lucky not to end up on the road. In terms of his education, he attended the Law Grounds High School and educated from the Mackenzie State University in 1981 with a degree in accounting. In his late teens, according to him, he made some bad choices and was surrounded by bad company, which inevitably led him to being a serious drug addict. He did severe drugs 10 times a day. At the age of 20, he lost his older brother, which took a big toll on Grant's life. At the age of 23, he was living with his girlfriend and dog Capo. He was in the worst financial position possible. One night, Danny, his drug dealer, came into the house to supply drugs as usual. But when he left, there was a 7 feet guy standing at his door. Him and Danny thought of robbing Grant. Grant tried to fight back even though they were armed. In the end, he got severely beaten up and they robbed him of the little money and food he had. He was rushed to the hospital and got 70 stitches. After that, he said he was okay and went to his mother's little brick house. His mother was done with him and didn't want to see him again. He felt like an absolute failure. After that, he went to a treatment center where, in the first time in 9 or 10 years, he finally resisted drugs. He said he was terrified to get back out there, but he had to because his insurance ran out. He knew he had to start over completely to reach his goals. Everyone he was surrounded by did drugs. His girlfriend, his colleagues, his other friends, everyone. So to able to achieve his goals, it was necessary for him to start over. While leaving, he had this conversation with the counselor.
Start over. And before I leave, the counselor grabs me and the counselor says to me, "Look, dude, I'll see you back here. Probably, if you don't die, I'll see you back here." And I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude? I'm not coming back here." And he's like, "Oh no, you're coming back." And then he gives me the lecture. He's like, "You'll never make it." See, when you go to a treatment center, you tell them everything about your life, like all your secrets, all your inhibitions, and your, the things you want to do in your life, right? And so I'm telling them in this thing, everything I've done wrong. I share my whole life, but I also share with them what I want to do, my inspiration in life. I'm going to write books. I'm going to speak to audiences. I'm going to help people. I'm going to tell people this story about drugs and how damaging they are. And I'm going to be somebody, I tell them. And they're like, no, dude. You're a drug addict. And all you're ever going to be, this is what the counselor tells me, all you're ever going to be is a drug addict. You need to give up all the ideas of writing books, speaking to audiences, being rich. I always wanted to be rich. I wanted financially to be rich my whole life. I wanted to be my dad. I wanted to be the guy that could take care of his family. They said, you need to give up all those ideas and settle for one thing, not using drugs. If the day ends and you don't use drugs, Grant, that is a good day for you.
After that, at the age of 28, he became a car salesman. He said it was the first time he felt successful. He became a sales master, and today some say his net worth is around $300 million, while others say it's $2.6 billion. His real estate portfolio is said to be about $1.9 billion. He's also one of the most influential entrepreneurs and said to be one of the most motivational examples in the business world. He is the author of the 10x Rule, Sell to Survive, the Millionaires booklet, the Closer's Survival Guidebook, and many more books. The tickets to his annual 10x seminar can cost up to $15,000. Although he doesn't own a lot of cars, but he does have a private jet, a Gulfstream 550, which he did get customized. So it's safe to say he's doing a lot better than what his counselor told him he would do. And the one thing I want you to take away from this video is that your past does not define your future. Nobody could look at Grant at the age of 21, a severe drug addict living in a treatment center, and say, oh, he's definitely gonna be a millionaire, let alone an alleged billionaire. You can make your dreams come true irrespective of your challenges and or difficulties. If Grant can do it, so can you.